Drivers abandoned vehicles to escape fires. A few minutes before, they had been on the vacation of a lifetime. But now, Russell Alivato and his family were running for their lives from a wildfire that had trapped them and hundreds of other people on a crowded highway connecting Los Angeles and Las Vegas. People were screaming. It was just crazy, said Alivato, who watched helplessly Friday afternoon as flames surrounded his rental car and destroyed everything inside it while he, his nephew, and two teenage daughters escaped to safety. We were surrounded by flames. They were to the left, then in front of us, and they came around to the right. We were in the middle, he said, as he spoke by phone from the safety of a California police vehicle. The fire began around 2:30 p.m. in dry grass below the lanes of Interstate 15. Pushed by 40-mile-per-hour winds, it raced up a hill and onto the busy freeway, trapping hundreds of people amid a cauldron of smoke, flames, and ash. We had some policemen who said they had never seen fire travel that fast, said Greg Kieran, a San Bernardino County fire specialist. It just overran these people before they even knew what hit them. Drivers and their passengers had no choice but to abandon their cars as the flames traveled down the freeway, destroying 20 vehicles, several of which exploded in fireballs. 4 buildings in the nearby community of Baldy Mesa also burned as the flames raced across 3,500 acres. The blaze was only 5% contained early Saturday. Amazingly, only 2 people were injured. Both suffered minor smoke inhalation, authorities said, but didn't need medical attention. Among those trapped by the flames was Lance Andrade, a 29-year-old railroad conductor from nearby Apple Valley, who found himself caught in the traffic jam just as the fire jumped to the freeway. Soon people were running toward him and he joined them, only to find there was nowhere to run. Flames had surrounded him and the others. A panicked-looking firefighter ordered everyone to find a safe place, and Andrade said he hid with 4 other men and 2 elderly women in the back of a truck until the flames passed. One of the women, who had become separated from her family, began to cry. Everybody was scared. You could hear the explosions from people's vehicles' tires popping from the heat, Andrade said. You could hear crackling. Smoke was coming in every direction. You could feel the heat. We just waited it out and prayed to God. Television helicopters carried the scene live as flames leapt from vehicle to vehicle, while water-dropping helicopters and then firefighters on the freeway battled to get control. Firefighters' first effort was slowed by 5 drones that were being flown in the area when fire broke out, said Lee Baer, a U.S. Forest Service spokesman. He said several firefighting aircraft were delayed or diverted until the drones moved out of the area. Meanwhile, a car-carrying truck and its cargo of 8 automobiles went up in flames. So did a boat being transported by another vehicle. Alivato and his family fled their rental car so quickly they left all the clothes and other belongings they had brought with them from Southgate, Michigan. The vehicle was reduced to a burned hunk of steel. Some drivers did manage to get off the freeway, turning onto side roads that quickly became clogged with traffic. Nellie Venzo said she and several members of her family, including her 95-year-old mother, abandoned their car and received a ride to their home in nearby Hesperia from a stranger in a pickup truck. When the fire just jumped to the other side of the freeway, I thought, it's really hot and my mom is in the car, and if we have to run, it has to be done now, quick, before we get stuck here and roast, Venzor said. People could not move their cars. People were running. I thought, okay, this is it. I really did, she said. Also in Southern California on Friday, a forest fire broke out in the San Gabriel Mountains, forcing several hundred campers to flee and threatening structures in the community of Wrightwood, David Cruz said for U.S. Forest Service. Says the fire had spread to at least 25 acres of forest by late Friday. Los Angeles County's sheriff Sergeant Diane Hecht said 90 Girl Scouts fled a campground in Wrightwood by bus. She said additionally up to 300 campers had to leave another campground in the area. California is in the middle of a dry season, and wildfires are common. Some break out near freeways, but it's very unusual to have vehicles caught in the flames. It being a Friday afternoon, however, Interstate 15 was typically full of vehicles traveling between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Making it worse was construction work going on in the area, said San Bernardino County Fire Captain Josh Wilkins. Alivato and his family had left Las Vegas earlier in the day for Los Angeles, where they had hoped they might meet the Kardashian sisters at the family's Westwood clothing boutique. Alivato's 15-year-old daughter Leia was very sad. "We waited 2 years for this vacation, and I saved all my money," she said. "I was thinking about it every day, and I finally got here, and I have no clothes. I waited so long, and it's ruined."